Yo, what is going on, Steeler Nation? We are back with episode 305 of the Steel Factory podcast. I'm joined by my co-host Junior and once again Chewy.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
We're back, coming to you live from North Oakland in the Steel Factory headquarters.
What happened? Convinced Chewy to hop back on.
Dick. No, we're just, you rest your starters in the preseason, unlike Mike Tomlin, and we had to bring Chewy back on now that the season's starting to ramp up. The preseason's over. So let's get right into it. How did you guys? What?
I was gonna say Chewy doesn't need a ramp up. He's always ready to go.
he's always good to go.
Me and you gotta shake the rust off, bud.
No, we actually did those first couple.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they're
I don't know. They're pretty bad. I don't know if I just couldn't perform in the new space or what, dude. If I was nervous, I got these windows. I can look into like other apartment buildings. I don't know who's watching, peeping in here.
Who are you watching, bud?
What do you mean?
Any talent?
At the bars, yeah, dude. Oakland's crazy. No, but
Wait, you getting or no?
am I what?
Pittsburgh?
Letting your nuts hang all day or what?
It's stupid. No. It hasn't been that hot. Not gonna lie. But yeah. Really, Steelers looked really good in the preseason. How about them fucking Steelers? What do you guys think? Just anything from the preseason could just be on this last game.
Dude, our offense looks sharp. I mean, the offense went perfect. At least the starters did. 5 drives, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, but we can bring up the Kenny. We can bring up the Kenny stats in a minute. What else, Chewy? What did you think? How about another side of the ball?
I'm afraid that I'm starting to like Matt Canada.
We'll get into that discussion too. How much, are you willing to give him credit? Will the apology be as loud as the disrespect?
If the offensive, give me the first 3 games of the season. If it looks like that, then I'll apologize.
All right, yeah. Well, we'll get right into it. Yeah. Like you said, the Kenny stats, a perfect QBR through the 3 preseason games. I think Junior brought this up. 5 drives, 5 tutties, 13 to 15 passing, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 86.6% completion percentage, 13.2 yards per attempt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's double. That's like double the yards per attempt as last year at least, right?
Probably the best stat there is on that whole list you gave.
Yeah, you love that. I mean, those dimes to Deontay down the left sideline, and then the other one to Pickens on the right sideline. How about Pickens catching the ball and extending? He almost got that. That ball almost broke the plane after he extended after that freaking crazy catch. That dude is a dog. And dude, he's fucking different, dude. At this point too, we've seen him play for over a year. We saw him make that play in the first preseason game he played in last year. This dude just keeps making plays that just blow your mind. And this connection to Pickett to Pickens is the new Montana to Rice, dude. Let's be real.
I agree.
I'm gonna hold off my judgment.
I love fucking capping.
I think it's the new Stafford to Megatron.
Or is it the new Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson?
I would take that.
Yeah. How about Ben and AB?
That's tough here.
Ben and AB, but they're actually good teammates to each other.
They're actually good people.
No, I think actually good people. Fuck. No, I think that it really helps though that they came in at the same time together. I'm sure that's worth something too. Unlike, you had a guy like Ben that was already established. AB took a few years to get established, but once he did, this guy was fucking on top of the game. Let's get into Najee. I think Chewy said earlier in the group chat that Najee actually looked pretty good in this game. I don't know if he wasn't getting. Was he getting carries in the first couple games and he just didn't do shit, or what happened?
I saw people saying that Canada was setting up Najee for failure with the plays he was calling for him. That Jalen Warren got all the good blocking schemes.
Dig. Is this legit? Fucking full of shit.
I'm serious. I saw people on Reddit saying this shit. So is it true? I don't know. We have to go back and really analyze the tape.
I agree.
You
But
agree?
are these Najee apologists or just Jalen Warren,
Truthers.
I
truthers?
think it's
Or
not just. I don't think people like or can't accept the fact that he was a bad pick, even if he's still a good running back.
Yeah, I mean,
look, Jalen Warren is like 80% of the running back Najee is, and he was undrafted. So
yeah, it makes no sense to draft running backs that early.
and people wonder why JT's not getting paid. Like it's because of this, dude. You're just not a valuable position.
Would you trade Najee for JT straight up? Well, we'd have to
Yes.
pay JT though, huh? Like
No, you
now?
wouldn't. This is last year.
No, you
What?
wouldn't.
3 years? 3 more years of Najee or 1 year of JT?
Come on.
I'll take the 3, I guess.
Fuck. I don't know. I don't know enough. I mean, the guy was like, was he the offensive player of the year 2 years ago? Or a year ago? Led the league in rushing, right?
Yeah,
He was like,
with JT, we win it all.
do we?
that's bold statement.
That's bold. I mean, I think it win it all right now. So,
Yeah, me too.
another stat I liked to. All right, well, let's keep it on offense actually. The Dan Moore versus Broderick Jones thing. We haven't talked about this. Dan Moore seems to have kept the job, and no one is really bitching about it on like Steelers Twitter. I don't know if you've seen it on the subreddit either. What do you got? What are your guys' thoughts on this? Are you willing to give Broderick some time? Bring him in the middle of the year, let him sit the whole year?
I've heard a couple of draft analyst guys on podcasts talk about how even though Broderick Jones is this highly touted prospect, they always wanted him. They always saw him having a freshman year a rookie year on the bench, basically.
Redshirt year?
They thought, yeah, they thought that would be best for him because he does have a lot of tools, but he just needs to develop more. I mean, isn't he super young? Also, isn't he barely?
He's coming in
21?
as a redshirt sophomore, right?
Yeah, he didn't play his first year and then only 2 years playing. I
Yeah,
think he's
Exactly.
he only started one
I'm not-
year. He had a
Yeah,
couple
I'm
starts
not-
his sophomore year, his second year at Georgia. He was in by the time they got to the national championship, right?
Yeah,
So he probably had less than 20 starts combined in those 2 years. Yeah, I'm willing to give him some time. I mean, ideally next year you kick Dan Moore out to right tackle, and then you have Broderick at left, and then you probably save the $10 million in cap space by cutting Chooks. His contract's set up that way. Who knows though? I did want to see Dan Moore get reps at right tackle more this preseason. We'll see though. Oh, also to another note, do you think Dan Moore is benefiting from Seumalo at left guard now instead of Dotson or
Yes.
Kendrick Green?
yeah.
Do you think that's how he's able to kind of hold it down now? Because I've seen clips. Seumalo is fucking a people mover, dude. This guy is a fucking tank on that old line. He's opening up these fucking rushing lanes. That's why these guys are getting yards.
I don't know. When it comes to Dan Moore, it's his 3rd year, right?
Going into his
First
third year.
He
Yeah.
started as a rookie at left tackle, so I mean, once this is your 3rd year,
Yeah, you'd think,
gonna-
right?
I mean, it's time. It's now or never for him.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. Because he could get paid after this year, right? Let's say he kicks ass or whatever.
Yeah, he's
You
up for an extension.
you extend him and you cut Chooks. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's some other things on the O line too. Like you could trade Kevin Dotson. I know he didn't even play this last game. I don't know what you do there. Kendrick Green's gonna get cut, even though he somehow started yesterday. I think James Daniels took the day off, and then Dotson was injured, so the next in the depth chart was Kendrick Green at right guard yesterday. I don't think he did that bad. I did see Dan Moore actually kind of got aided up on that one play to Deontay down the sideline. Kenny had not a lot of pressure, but if pressure was coming from somewhere, it was from Dan Moore's guy. That's one thing I did notice. And then we have the whole thing of our receivers, tight ends, running backs, fullbacks. Because you got 4 tight ends, right? That are they're NFL tight ends, right? And you only have really 2 running backs, or if you want McFarland, and you got a guy like Cameron Hayward or Connor Hayward that could play fullback and tight end. What do you guys think?
This is probably where we're gonna see the most interesting cuts, just because Connor Hayward kind of kind of made it really interesting. And then McFarland looking as
He
good
had
as he
like two, or
did.
did he have a touchdown in each game? I think he did.
McFarland really showed out this preseason.
Yeah.
He definitely came to play. Definitely came to like really try and earn his spot on the team, and I think he did. Like going into the season with the three running backs, like I would feel very like comfortable with it.
I think we're
I think-
gonna see only 5 receivers to make room for an extra tight end and to keep McFarland.
I think
We
it's
keep-
3 running backs, 3 tight ends.
And in the fullback, Connor,
All fullback.
no fullback. 6 receivers then too. I don't know. I mean, it depends where you line up your other guys too, because you need guys that play special teams. One thing I've heard about McFarland is he doesn't play special teams, and that's what you kind of want out of your third running back. Last year it was kind of Warren doing that, but now at this point you don't want Warren playing special teams. He's earned the right not to play. You'd think at this point.
Why
We'll
does
see,
McFarland not play special teams?
because he's just probably not a tackler. Like Connor Hayward does it. He does it really well, actually. I think.
Yeah, he does.
Miles Boykin is gonna make the team just because he's the best gunner on special teams. And then a guy like Gunner, I don't see how he can make the roster now because of how much depth there is on the other positions on offense.
I think it's if Kyle and Austin goes down for whatever reason, like you need someone back there able to receive like kicks.
Yeah, if it's
That's
not
really it.
if it's not Calvin, it's Gunner, right?
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, unless you keep someone on the practice squad that could be elevated right away. I don't know. I guess who would be in the emergency if you don't have Gunner, like Deontay?
I know McFarland does.
Oh, he did
Kick
kickoffs. Yeah. There's that
But
too.
Deontay punt returns easily if we need him.
He did it as a rookie or his first couple years too, right?
Yeah, he's good.
He did it until Ray took over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. We'll really dive into this once the final 53-man roster is out on the 29th. But yeah, just a little preview for that because we're wrapped up the preseason now. Now we can switch to defense. Standout guy from defense, Joey Porter Jr. I have this stat typed out: 40 coverage snaps, 2 catches allowed, 1 interception, 1 forced incompletion, 58.3 passer rating allowed. What do we think? You ready to start him?
I'm ready to start him. I think the Steelers also do a pretty good job of like hiding corners in coverage. Like they don't really like there's been times where we don't have great corners, and
Oh, you make
it's
up for it in the
never
pass rush. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's never really felt that bad, and it's because our pass rush and our rotations in the front seven are just so overwhelmingly like deep most of the time.
So he plays zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
And then
That
you got a
too.
guy like Minka that just makes up so much ground too.
I don't know. He hasn't played anybody, so I'm not ready to start him yet.
He hasn't played nobody. That's true. But yeah, how would you line up our secondary right now? Especially guys like at nickel. You have KZ, Keanu Neal as the other safeties besides Minka. Pat Pete, Levi Wallace, they look good.
I think
Who's that guy?
Pete
Chandon
and Levi-
Sullivan?
Yeah, I think
He's-
he'll start it in the nickel to start off the year.
Yeah. And then we have actually pretty decent middle linebackers. I don't know how well they could cover. We'll see what happens there. Who would be our best coverage middle linebacker? What, Quan Alexander maybe? Holcomb?
I think Juan.
Quan? He looked really good this preseason. I was surprised how much he played because this guy is like pushing 30 now, right?
He might be there.
Yeah.
It might
he
just be
might
like
30.
getting used to the
the
system.
the system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just needs to get more reps in.
Yeah. All right, that's really it for my notes. Now we can just kind of dive into quick discussions about our players, plays of the game, our players, who's the winner, loser of this preseason. Who wants to start? Winner? Who's your winner? Who's the MVP of this preseason game against the Falcons?
I mean, Kenny.
Kenny again? Fuck. Took
yeah.
mine, button.
And then we've had our team has had a lot of like hype, like people are like really talking about Pickens.
I heard well, this is kind of aside the point here. I've heard that in past years, we're kind of filling out our roster by getting guys that got cut from the other team. Like, we're cutting more to pick up guys from other teams, right? Because we looked shitty in the preseason, right? We didn't have that depth. But this year, we're actually going to be cutting guys that are going to get picked up by other teams, is what I've heard. I don't know what you guys think of that take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you always want to. You don't want anyone sloppy seconds, to be honest. You know.
Sloppy seconds. No, yeah, back to the winners and losers. Yeah, Kenny Jr. Did you have more to add on that?
No.
No. All right, Chewy, who's your winner?
I think McFarland. I think he made the roster.
Hopefully, I would love to see a really good mix of McFarland, Naj, and Warren. I'll go defense since you guys went offense. I guess my winner would be Herbig again. Guy just makes a play every time he steps on the field. It feels like he's not playing that many snaps, which is weird too because he is a rookie. But the guy just makes plays. This guy just gets to the quarterback. He gets sacks, gets tackles for losses. That we're gonna be really good. Because, you know, let's be real. Like, you guys get nervous when TJ comes off the field because you're like, we have this fucking bum coming in for him. Like, why is Tej taking plays off, you know? When Tej takes a play off, I feel like I'm going to be really confident in a guy like Herbig. And then the other guy we got from Arizona, right? I forgot his name last week, too.
Golden, right?
Marcus Golden, right? Or Robert? Marcus, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to love our depth on the outside. You got to love our depth on the inside. And then the D-line, too. A lot of guys on there. I'm really looking forward to see guys like DeMarvin Leal take a step. And Keanu Benton has actually been really, really surprisingly good.
I'm really excited about Keanu Benton.
Yeah.
Like he was a huge sleeper for a lot of guys in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's saying, not everyone, like a couple guys that I've heard that are a couple guys that I've heard talk about, like the Steelers talk about how they're really gassed up about Keanu Benton and it's a steal where they got him.
Yeah, and then I had another. Ogunjobi hasn't even played a single snap this preseason. That's more depth. I think he's supposed to start actually too. We'll see what happens there. Really excited for that. I think, yeah, if anything, our D line has the most depth. Because guys like who's 90? Oh shit, I'm blanking right now. I see. Loudermilk, 92, right? Yeah, I feel like I talk more Steelers better when I have icy lights, couple going down. But no, Loudermilk's looked really good. It looks like he's taking a step. You got guys like Montravius Adams that have looked like they've been putting in the work as well. And then guys like we signed, like Brandon Fajoko, Armand Watts too. Like, these are guys that if they don't make the team, they're going to be on other rosters for sure. But let's dive into this last topic that I had. Oh no. Do we have any losers? Kendrick Green across the board? Mason,
Kendrick Green?
Mason, KG. Like, this the guys that are still on the team that were on the bottom of our tier list that we made at the end of last year.
Yeah, just
I think Kevin Austin's a big winner. I think
that's
you
another
guys were all I was
yeah.
only all in before the draft.
Dick.
You were crying for Edison, and I was like, "Now we got Kevin Austin."
Dick. Oh my god. No, dude.
Don't cap.
No, Calvin, he's gonna be crazy. Palmer, he's made he has 2 good returns, and he set up the field really short for Kenny to come in and just fucking score in like one play. You know what I mean? We'll see if that can translate to the regular season. He's looked really good. Haven't even got to see Kenny throw it out to him too on the offensive side. I think we saw a jet sweep this last game to him, but yeah, that's another reason to be excited too, because he's a guy we didn't see at all last year, so it's technically his rookie year. He redshirted last year. So yeah, we have a lot more new guys, like guys that are, you know, in their first year that are going to make an impact on his team. Yeah, those are our winners, right? Any more winners? Pickens, Deontay's catching and moving upfield, dude.
Canada.
Are you really? All right, is the disrespect, or is the apology going to be as loud as the disrespect from Matt Canada? How much do you have to see?
Nah, because when we lose, if we lose in the playoffs, that's my first target.
He's my first target. What if we lose another game like fucking 38-42 or some shit?
Should have scored more.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Like, I forgive but never forget, and that's gonna be the same in Canada. Where do you project the offense to be this year? I guess since we're on the topic of our offense in total with Canada, he's gonna have such a big part in it.
For me, this is gonna be my closing remarks. I think
we're closing up already.
I'm closing up. You guys keep going.
Dick.
I think we're gonna be a top half offense, and I think that's gonna be a huge like upgrade over last season's. Literally, like
last
one of
2
the worst
years,
offenses.
I'd say. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think if paired with a top 10 defense, which I think we're gonna be. I think last year we were very close to a top 10 defense.
I think we there
with like
top 10
with like a hobbled TJ Watt. I think if we keep, obviously, if everyone's healthy, I think we're gonna be a really good team.
Yeah, that's I think that's a way to leave the show off. He's gonna take off his headset and go now. All right. Is it gonna fuck up the recording? It did. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time when we discuss our roster cut day. Anything else, Chewy?
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good too. Later, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.